welcome back to my channel. I hope y'all doing good. I appreciate all the love that y'all showed on my recent video for the bow tutorial. I'll make my day with y'all comments. I love helping y'all and I love making new bow players feel more comfortable with playing the weapon. This video is specifically catered to people in low rank, high rank, and like people who just brand new to Iceborne, or they just got done beating the base game and they just moved on to Iceborne, or you kind of already been playing Iceborne and you kind of want to know some good classes and some good stuff until you get to the like absolute meta stuff. I'm just here to help in any way I can. Everything's not going to be perfect, but it will be simple enough for the average person to understand what I'm saying. I'm gonna give you sets. I'm gonna give you good armor sets to rely on. Why they're good sets, the good skills that come with those armor sets, good weapons even if you don't have access to Kjarr or Xafi, since those are the two meta on the game, and just give you some more options as a player that hasn't reached the end game yet. Succeed in wherever you at in the game. I really don't care. I just want anybody watching this to succeed and you to get to the point where you need to be as a bow player. With all that being said, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. We upload Monster Hunter content a lot. I love the bow, as you can see. I will put timestamps down in either the comments or the description, so if you want to skip to a certain point, you have the option to. But with that being said, I'm gonna break this down and let's get into the video. First off, I want to start off with fire. I know if you're new to this game, you probably look at the element of the Anjanef bow, or you seen the Anjanef bow and you like, oh yeah, it's a pretty good weapon, but you gotta look at the negative infinity. It's pretty horrible. So like in the long run, it's gonna really make you do less damage because you're gonna have to waste so many slots and decorations to fix the affinity or just make it even. Then when you make it even, you don't have no room for anything else. So don't get confused by the Anjanef bow. It has really good element, but in the long run it's really not that good. I'm just show you the best fire bow other than the meta that's already in the end game. This bow may have less element. It's the Glavinus bow. The Glavinus, whatever version you can get, this is pretty much the one you want to go for fire. In my opinion, I think it's the best fire you're going to get other than whatever is in the end game. It has a lot of good abilities. It got two level 1 slots, so you can fit, you know, either your element if you're trying to build on fire, or you want an expert for more infinity, or whatever you're trying to do with your specific build. The coatings too has poison and blast as well. Blast is a really good coating, so you can't really go wrong with this fire bow. So you know, it may take a little bit of grinding, but if you can get either one of these and just build on it, you know, you're always going to have it. So once you're done grinding with it, you don't really have to grind with it no more. You can always have this in your arsenal. So I would definitely get this fire bow if you have the chance. This is the Laguna shot. This is a good water bow. Very good. Doesn't have any coatings on it as much as the last one did, but as you can see, the element is pretty good. And the slots you get from this once you have it fully upgraded is amazing. So it could definitely add on to the build. And as a beginner, right, especially in low rank and high rank, you don't have many slots on these armors because these armors are like they're set back. So you don't have a lot of opportunity to build on your armor because the slots are very limited. So you kind of have to base all of your skills on the armor already and the skills that already come on the set. But I'm gonna get into that in another section. But these slots are really important because they open more room in your build to get more settled down on what you want to do. You know, if you want to have more constitution, you can do that. If you want to have more element, you can do that. Like it just gives you more freedom. So especially if you have level 2 or even a level 1 in your bows, these are like exceptionally good. So just don't take them for granted and use everything you got. As a low rank and high rank, you do not have that many decoration slots to work with. You got the Toby Kadachi bow. This is one of my favorite ones when I was starting off in the game. I used to love just fighting Toby Kadachi. Is like one of my favorite fights. When I see new bow players, they always have this specific bow in their arsenal. Like I feel like this is just like, this is such an easy bow to get. Like everybody should have this because Toby Kadachi really isn't that hard of a fight and he has a very good bow, so there's no excuse for you not to have this bow. It has paralyzing on this bow, not really that much else, but the infinity is crazy. Icing on the cake. A level 1 slot, you cannot go wrong with this. Literally, this is like one of my favorite bows because it's so easy and so accessible. But it's a very good lightning bow. But let's move on. We got the Legiana bow. This is one of my favorite bows too when I was specifically starting off. I already added certain arguments to it because when I was starting off, literally this is the only bow I used to use for a certain amount of time. But it's a very good bow. It has sleep coating on it, poison, and has power. the element already is high. It's not the natural element, that's after I augmented it element. But this is like one of the strongest ice bows you'll get other than the end game. It's really up there. It's really good bow. A really good bow. I would definitely recommend to get this in your arsenal. And if you're wondering why this is color, it's because I have a mod on, because I play on PC. But it's a cool looking mod. It's like purple. I think that looks way better than the original blue. But yeah, this is not how it's gonna look in the original game. It's just a mod just for it, because I like to change my style up. But yeah, anyway, let's move on to the last bow. We got the last dragon bow, and I know how it looks. It does not have no power coating, and that may seem really bad to you, but you gotta look at the element and the elder shield. Elder shield is really important on this game for specific monsters and certain situations. So that elder boost will definitely help you in the long run. And the decorations you get 2 level 1 slots, which is amazing. Can definitely open that build up a lot. Once you get the master rank, there's going to be a dragon bow. The Electrion bow is like, it's really going to make this one look stupid. But if you're hunter rank, low rank, this is going to be the best option until you get to that point. But it's still a good bow. You just have to look at the long run. You can't really look at like the bad, because the power coating looks really bad. But if you just weigh these up to the other dragon bows, it really outperforms them, especially because of the slots and the things that you do get. So I would recommend this, but even if you wanted to use something else, nothing wrong with that. This is my recommendation. But let's move on to the armor and some good armor skills and some good sets that you can use for hunter rank. The Raytheon Soul Helm A and the Rathalos Mail Chest B is going to be a go-to. These both give you critical element because they have a skill called Rathalos Mastery, which gives you a critical element on. So you'll see a lot more damage and a lot more critical hits. Like I was saying in the beginning, the Anjanath was so bad because it's -20, so you would never see any critical hits at all because the Infinity is so bad. The Raytheon Helmet actually gives you a critical boost level 1 on top of the critical element is helping you get from the 2-piece. So the critical boost in itself on top of that is amazing. So it must be a go-to. And it doesn't have any slots, but the critical boost and the critical element makes up for it. The Rathalos Mail B is actually a pretty good one too, because it gives you weakness exploit 2. Critical boost and weakness exploit is like the 2 main skills that you need to make sure that's level 3. So the fact that both of these have critical element and critical boost and weakness exploit, critical boost level 1 and weakness exploit 2 already added with no decorations added on already is amazing. So it could definitely get you a good boost and a good start. And the mail has a slot level 1, so if you want to put a slot level 1 for element or expert, you can do that. Now I'm gonna give you some options for the rest of the armor, and it's pretty, some of these monsters that you have to fight to get them are hard. They're Arc Tempered Xenojiva, Arc Tempered Teostra, but regular Behemoth are all the monsters that have amazing armor, but they are extremely hard monsters to fight. So I have some other classes or other sets I'll show you too, but first I'm gonna just start off by showing you some good armor sets that I put together that I think have a lot of room for you to build whatever you want to and give you some options. So I'm gonna just show them now. But for the Arc Tempered Xenojiva, the claws are good, but not because of the skills it comes with, because of the slots. For me specifically, it comes with 2 level 2 slots and a level 1. So this could give you extra decoration room to automatically get critical boost level 3 and weakness exploit level 3, whatever else you wanted to add on if you already don't have it. The Behemoth arms are really good too because they come with attack boost and critical eye, so the affinity can go up automatically. And not just that, it has 2 level slots. Like, this might be the best option for Cloud, but like I said, he is an extremely hard fight. But if you can manage to get this, I promise you will see an extreme difference in your class. Way more room and magnificent skills, plus the decorations. Cannot go wrong. Teostra arms are probably the easiest on this list to get, but they have a great skill. Only one level 1 slot, but the reason I like it so much is because it has weakness exploit level 2. But since you already get weakness exploit level 2 from the chest of the Rathalos Mail B, I don't really see the point in it, but it's like, it kind of overkill for weakness exploit, and it only comes for a level 1 slot. But it was worth mentioning because, you know, it's the easiest on this list to get out of the Behemoth and Xenojiva. Now for the weights, you got a couple of options too. I'm going right back to the Xenojiva. It comes with a level 1 critical boost, and it comes with a level 3 slot and a level 1 slot. So the level 3 you could put spread shot, normal shot, you know, something that could give you more damage over time with your bow. But yeah, it's just another choice. The Behemoth waist is all right. It comes with a level 3 slot, which you can put spread shot, normal shot, and then comes with critical eye level 2, which is good, very good for affinity. but it's all right in my opinion. It could be another option, but I think it's better on the list. When I say it's better on the list, I meant this one. The KT is amazing. It comes with critical boost and weakness exploit and a level 3, so you can put spread shot, normal shot, and it comes with the skills that I recommend everybody have at level 3 at all times, and it gives you 1 level of both of them, so you cannot go wrong with KT. But last but not least, we got the legs, and the behemoth ones are pretty good. Also, they come with a level 2 slot, attack boost level 2, and critical boost. So definitely worth looking at and definitely worth mixing in your set. And all I'm doing is giving you options to mix around. These are like the best option that I can find personally. I was just looking and I was messing around with classes myself and found that these was like the best skills and the best classes. They just so happen to be the most OP monsters. You know, it's not my fault. It's the game's fault. Blame the game. Then we got the Xeno'jiiva legs. These are good because they have 1 level 2 slot and 2 level 1 slots. And then they come with a critical boost level 1, which you can't go wrong with it. Most essential skill. Then we got the Dante leather boots. These are okay, but like I was saying, with the last Teostra equipment, it already comes with weakness exploit 2, but we already get that from the Rathalos Mel B. So it's overkill, but it does come with 2 slots, so it's okay. But this is just for like, you know, backup plan, you know, but it's not really needed, but it was worth mentioning. The last one for the legs is the Diabolus ones. These are probably my favorite because they come with normal shot, and you know, normal shot takes up a level 3 slot and you just get it for free. Plus it comes with a level 2 slot. This is probably one of the best leg sets on this list. Yeah, this is pretty much all I have for this list. I made a combination of all these. I made like 5 or 10 classes specifically for all these to see how they would turn out. But you know, my game didn't save, so I couldn't put them all. But I would definitely play around with these. I think I got one set in here that I can show. All of these have the base value skills that you need. I automatically just assume all of you have fitness charm level 3. If you don't, I would get that so you can have a constant level of constitution, because constitution is very important for the bow. Stamina surge is good too, but off rip, if you're brand new, constitution level 3, just get that, so that can just hold you over until you get to pre-Iceborne or post-Iceborne. Now I'm gonna just get into if you just graduated from hunter rank and now you are just getting to master rank. There still are classes specifically for you that are catered towards you. And all of these classes are elemental builds, but even if you don't have the Kjarr or Safi bows, it doesn't matter. But if you do, it's a plus, because Kjarr, I'm gonna just explain this right now before I move on. So Kjarr KT Call of Taraf is so popular because it has element on it called critical element. And you know, if you have to put 4 armor pieces on just to get critical element, you have to do for certain armor pieces. If you could just do it just by having a weapon that's already element and the element you want anyway, the Kjarr weapon automatically comes with critical element. You know how much space you would save? That's why that's meta. That's why everybody is telling you to spam Call of Taraf, because having a Kjarr weapon or Kjarr bows have an exponential growth in your overall career as an elemental bow user, because that you'll just do more damage and you'll save up a lot more decorations for other skills that can overall make you a better bow player. That's why people say go for KT. KT is short for Call of Taraf, and Safi is short for Safi-Jiiva. So those 2 bows are pretty much the meta in the game. That's why you keep hearing it. I'm just explaining this because some people ask, and I know they're confused, like, why do people keep saying that? They say it because that's basically the meta in the end game. That's it. Without further ado, I'm gonna get into if you're brand new to master rank and what are some good classes, some good options, and what are your options. Like I said before, do not worry about Kjarr if you don't have it. Just substitute it for the best elemental you have and just keep working towards the best. You don't have to have the best, but if you don't happen to get lucky and you do have one, just substitute these in the builds accordingly. All right, so before I show the classes, I just want to explain something. So I'm gonna show classes. Classes are still gonna have like high rank, the Rathalos set, because you still need the critical element, because you don't have Velkhana or Namiel. And just so you know, Velkhana has amazing skills and also has critical element, and what has better skills, of course, because it's master rank. So once you unlock Velkhana or Namiel doesn't have like critical element, but it has other stamina skills and other good skills to let you be the best bow player you can be. But before you get to Namiel or Velkhana, these are good sets to start with. And then once you get to Velkhana and Namiel, I'll break down those skills and why you need them. I just wanted to explain this to you. 2-piece Rathalos is always going to be there because critical element, but once you unlock Velkhana, you can do him and kill him and get better armor and critical element and better skills. Just so anybody who doesn't understand understands, that's how this is going to work. This is a transitional point, so you still going to use the low BS real quick, but once you grind and level up, you're going to have access to more, so just bear with me. The first set is pretty good. You got critical element, critical eye, and just don't look at this and act like you had to copy it verbatim. This is just the basis, but you definitely want to copy the equipment, because the equipment has hella good skills that you need. I recommend all of them, especially the flood charm level 3 or whatever element you need. Just replace whatever the element that you're using or whatever elemental bow you're using for this, so substitute it. And to get that critical boost from level 1 to level 3, you can substitute the physique, which you really don't need. Level 3, if you're ready to, if you're ready to sacrifice that. The tenderizing jewel, you can't substitute that. Every other jeweler here is good. Even if you wanted to substitute the expert level 4 to get that critical boost up there, you could, but this is just the basis. But this is definitely a good set. This will hold up pretty good until you get to Velkhana or Namiel. The first monsters you start off with, this is going to destroy them. Matter of fact, this is a very good set. So if you can get to this point, when you starting off at master rank, you're going to get to a good transitional point, and it's going to be up from there. Like I said, don't get discouraged, because the critical boost, you can swap it. You can swap a lot of these jewels out. This is just like the basis. This is just like, before you edit it. And you see, as you can see, there's a lot of slots that aren't even filled up in the first place, so do what you need to do accordingly, but this is a good basis point. I probably should have showed this class first of all. This is probably the more friendly one if you just literally got off a base game into Iceborne, because most of this gear is so easy to get. It's just literally like the first 3 monsters you fight, or first 5 monsters, too easy. It still got the Rathalos for the critical element, critical eye level 6, weakness exploit level 3, constitution 3, whatever element you choose. The critical boost is level 2, but like I said before, if you're comfortable trading out some jewel like that expert 4, you can definitely get that to level 3. Pro transporter, stun resistance, and spread shot is a plus your bow charge. You already know how I feel about mighty bow jewel. You need that on every class, but yeah, this is a good start, man. As I showed before, was a little more advanced. This is specifically like right after you get off of Iceborne, so I would use this first and then transition into the class I just showed you before. If you're really lucky and happy to get any Kjarr weapons, and you feel like you need sets or classes specifically because you have Kjarr weapons, you can change it up, because now you don't need the 2 Rathalos sets, and you can change some things around. So I'll show 2 classes. If somehow miraculously got Kjarr weapons, even if you did, you are a very lucky person. But if you did, I'm gonna show those classes right now. Let's get into it. Everybody who clicked to this part of the video, you must be lucky. You doing something right in your life. So we got the Kjarr bow, and all of these sets are pretty easy to make. The only one that's kind of difficult is the braces or the arms, because those are specifically behemoth. But if you can get them, you will have critical element already on point because of the Kjarr. So you got your critical eye level 6, weakness exploit, constitution, ice attack, or whatever elements you need. And since we got more room on this build because you have a Kjarr and we got more space, like I was saying before, you could put stamina surge, some more attack boost on there, normal shot, spread shot. You have more options. You see what I'm saying? I hope you get it, because I can't make it no simpler than that. Most people don't understand it, but you have more options because you have Kjarr bow. So it's eliminating the non-essential equipment that you would use for elemental or critical element, because you already have it and you don't even need to do nothing but have the weapon equipped. That's why Kjarr is so OP on this game, because it comes with critical element. You don't even have to do nothing to activate it. It just comes with the weapon. But let's move on to the next set. Then we got the next one. Some things have swapped around, but this is, like I said before, if you're a little bit more advanced. So instead of the fitness, we got the frostcraft, or whatever, not frostcraft, but the frost charm, or whatever charm you need for your specific element. Good element already because the Kjarr goes in. Even if you want critical boost, I didn't say it before in the last class, but like I said before, again, you can swap out this if you need critical boost. I would advise it, because critical boost is very important to hit those critical shots. But it's up to you. It's your game. I'm just showing you what I think is best for you. With all that being said, I think that's it for the Kjarr weapons and like the beginning. Now I'm gonna get to if you unlock Velkhana and you got to Namiel, because eventually you're gonna get to that point. So let's go. All right, before I start, I want to say that you should always focus on any bow that you can get your hands on. So if you're doing Safi, try to get some Safi bows. If it's the event is in town, never focus on one. Just do whatever one is in rotation that week or 2 weeks. If it's KT, do KT. If it's Safi, do Safi. As you can see, we switched out the Rathalos for the Velkhana set. Actually gave us Divine Blessing +2, Coalescence 1. So that stacks on top of the critical element that we already was getting before. So just excellent, just better defense and better skills, like I said before. Mio gives you a level 3 stamina surge plus the waist and the legs, which can help you as a bow player. Your stamina, you would probably never have to worry about it if you have both for Constitution and stamina surge level 3. You have Divine Blessing on top of that. Your elemental, just to let you know, elemental acceleration is not too good for the bow, in my opinion. It's really just a coalescence and a critical element. I would say Silver Rathalos is okay to go for if you don't have any Kjarr weapons at all. But Safi is like the meta that's kind of over Silver Rathalos, but you can actually get Safi while you're getting your master rank if you get, you know, a good team or something. So you definitely should have the table open to get in Safi armor, because it's better than Silver Rathalos, even though that's critical element. But like I said, if you can get Kjarr weapon, doesn't really matter. And even a Safi weapon, important. That's all Silver Rathalos really offers, is like the critical element. As far as the skills and all that stuff, doesn't really live up to its potential. So I would say go for Safi rather than go for Silver Rathalos. But I already made a video on this. Like I said, it's included in the meta sets. Silver Rathalos, you could definitely use him if you still want to upgrade from the Velkhana and the Nami set. Definitely worth upgrading. That's pretty much the conclusion I have. There's a lot of other sets, but they're kind of like endgame and mixed sets with Silver Rathalos. Silver Rathalos isn't that good, to be honest, in my opinion, but it's worth using if you have nothing else, no Kjarr bows or nothing. But I would, at this point, if you're in this level, you got the Velkhana, I would just grind for either Silver Rathalos, Safi, and Kjarr weapons. Safi is probably going to be the most meta you can get. Safi is dangerous, but you can make it not dangerous. But like I said in another video, I have plenty of examples of some safe Safi classes, so I'm not going to say what I already said in a different video. But if you just, you know, want to check that out, check out my meta bow build. I explained it pretty well, in my opinion, and all the elements, and even a couple of Silver Rathalos details that I'm not going to get too much into. But that's pretty much all I have. I appreciate y'all looking at this video. It was a long video, but of course I'm gonna put the timestamp so you don't have to look at everything. If you came for a certain part, you can just get to it and leave and go about your business. But I hope this helps somebody. Like I said, I'm not an expert. You don't have to take this advice. I just giving my experience, my personal opinion about certain classes, and just trying to help new people out pretty much. It's always an expert in the comments who kind of calls me out, but instead of calling me out, how about you just give a better example or help somebody better than I could, because that's the only thing that I'm trying to do, is help people. With all that being said, I appreciate y'all looking at the video. Again, make sure you like and subscribe if you do to the channel. I will be uploading more Monster Hunter World content, but like I said before, I upload different gaming content, but mainly Monster Hunter World. So if you see a different game, don't be surprised if you subscribe to me. But that's all I got to say, and peace out, man.